Okay, we're back on the other side. I need to find an advert to put in there. We'll get a sponsor. And we'll slap it in.
Yeah.
Be one of it, like when you're listening to like Spotify and some shitty advert comes in the middle. Maybe we won't actually. That would just annoy people.
That would just annoy you, yeah.
Exactly.
All right. So predictions. Dwight, big Kovalev fan for a long time.
Kovalev late stoppage. I hope. To be honest, I hope I'm wrong. This is the first time. This is the first time I want Kovalev to actually lose a fight. I do want Yarde to win, but I just think it's gonna be a step too far. And I think Kovalev's gonna win late stoppage. Boom.
David,
I've just got Yarde quitting.
quitting.
Ooh,
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Imagine that.
I just have a strange. I don't know. You probably get beat, but yeah, just quitting. Don't know what round, but I think he'd have had enough of getting hit because he does get hit.
He does.
And
We said this a lot.
if you're taking too many punches off of
What if I don't think
Sergey,
nobody takes a lot of punches off of Kovalev.
so
Nobody does.
I think quit.
Quit. See, that's an interesting one.
Mm.
If we come back after our little break and you've been right,
I'm gonna come in on a horse.
no one's gonna remind you about
It's
that.
gonna
Don't
be-
worry.
it's gonna
Exactly.
be a-
We're gonna come back in 4 weeks and be like, right, Dave.
To be honest, I'd have forgotten that.
Yeah, exactly. No one mentioned Yarde or Kovalev
yeah. Or Kolarov, whatever.
or Kolarov. Yeah. 2 weeks in and I forgot my fantasy football team, but that you just reminded me now. So thanks for that. If I have to make a prediction, because like I said, even just the slow build up to all of this, and the fact they've only just flown out, and it just none of this sits right with me, man.
He's predicting a no-show from both of them.
No contest.
Yeah,
No tickets sold, no arena.
like Roy Jones Jr.
No view, that was
Roy
it.
Jones Jr. just jumps in the ring pretending to be Yarde or something. I just got no idea. I can't see him getting in the ring. But if I did have to pick, I would have to put on my logical head here and just say that I can see no reason why he beats Kovalev. I just cannot see it.
Yeah, I can see that completely.
I know it's been a while since Kovalev fought Ward, and we thought he was kind of done then. Was it Alvarez he fought
Yeah.
not too long ago?
We thought it was done, man.
And he looked
Wait, he came back.
fantastic.
Yeah. When he came
And you look at it and you just think, that was only 5 months ago, 6 months ago. There's nothing here to suggest,
Yeah.
based on anything we've seen from Anthony Yarde at this point.
Don't get me wrong. I think we all would like.
Listen,
Yarde to win.
I'm not being a hater at all here. Like I said, I'm a fan of him. We've followed him closely since he was right at the very beginning of his career.
Yeah.
But
Before the Lions got in.
I'm a bit worried about the Lions in the camp.
That's why we have to jump out, mate.
Yeah.
You Lions, mate. Fuck that. I'm not sticking
But
around.
I just can't see it happening. So
It's a
I'm
shame.
going for a cut.
Please,
Dave's
please.
ruining this now. I keep saying Kolarov. I'm going Kovalev to
Left
stop
foot.
him, and I think early.
Early.
I think
Yeah.
early. This is one of the ones when he says I'm going to make him pay. He's a lion cub. He's in the wrong place.
Mm-hmm.
I think he means it. And like I said, this is no way, shape or form am I hating it. I would love him to come out and prove that he can box beautifully and he can take a shot, because we've never really seen him take a serious shot from a renowned boxer. And I would love it. It'd be one of the moments, like we've spoken about before, like when you have your euphoric moments like your Darren Barkers and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I would genuinely feel real
don't get me wrong, I would
enjoyment
buzz
from that,
it. Yeah,
because like I said, when you see someone from the beginning and you follow it all the way up,
Yeah.
if he becomes a world champion, you'd be like, yeah, shit, man.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, 100%. I agree. If I would love for him to win.
But let's
I would
just say
genuinely
right
would.
now, it's not going to happen. So don't worry about it.
I would like him to prove us all wrong. The three of us just think it's not happening.
And then Tunde can go off on his motivational speaker circuit.
Yeah.
Because listen, you can do anything you want at that point. There's nothing you can tell him that can't be done, because he'll just say, yeah, see it, believe it, achieve it. Listen, I took Anthony Yarde to Russia.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, I can't argue with you anymore.
No,
That's
true.
I thought you were mad.
There's my money.
But it turns out you're not.
Yeah. No, yeah.
So, I know that Sean messaged us in our group this week and he says that he's gone full circle and he can see absolutely no reason why Yarde can beat Kovalev.
Yeah.
And I just think there's going to be a lot of people in the same boat. It's one of them ones, like I said, it's the whole Eubank Groves thing for me, where I sat there and I was like, there's nothing about this that makes me think that Eubank should be able to win.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I still think he will.
I still think he can, and,
Yeah.
and I think he would. And then, obviously, when these things happen, that never happens. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So, boy.
It's got a puncher's chance. So.
Yeah.
But
And that's a sad thing to have to say, isn't it? It's a puncher's chance.
You can't.
Speaking of puncher's chances,
mm,
Lomachenko, Campbell's coming up the week after. We'll be in.
yeah.
We'll be in the throes of our break then, but you boys
Dave.
will be going.
Tickets are coming as well.
Boom,
You boys will be going to the show.
I'm excited, man. It's one of those moments. If this is my Golovkin thing again, I get to see Lomachenko.
Fucking don't rub it in, man.
I'm buzzing.
Yeah.
Well,
buzzing.
I'm gonna be.
And they added Fury Povetkin,
Yeah.
which is
Fuck that, man.
it's two names that I know.
Don't worry.
I'll be
Dylan White will be on the undercard as well.
I'll be drinking, mate, at the bar, mate, when that
He'll
fight's
be
on.
fighting the UCAD representative.
Trust me,
I'll
yo.
be doing I'll have 6.
Where
I'm taking them to my seat.
yeah, sorry, where Dave comes back with the tray with 6 beers in it. It's like, Dave, did you get me a beer? And he's like, no.
What,
Okay.
6? No, nah.
I'll go myself.
No, I'm looking forward to it.
But you nailed it,
The
yeah.
build-up's been a bit hit and miss.
Oh, do you know what? I've enjoyed this off-season so much because we've spoken about so much stuff that's not really about boxing, which is a funny thing to say on a boxing podcast. But yeah, the build-up to these cards has been dreadful.
Yeah. Considering you're throwing in one of who possibly could be a boxing Hall of Fame, fighter.
Yeah.
I just think, wow.
You would have think they would have pushed this so hard, like
Yeah.
even that stuff by AJ. They could have just forgotten.
They could have thrown in a few like
They could have just left the AJ stuff and then just pushed this
yeah,
into the media light. Do you know what I mean?
like yeah, 100%.
They're trying to sell box office as well. They're trying you want to push this, don't you?
They sold out in God knows how long. Like they were buzzing that they sold
Yeah.
out so quickly, and yet you think, okay, you sold out, so you know there's a following. You know people are interested. You know people want to know more about these two fighters. Where's the media coverage?
Yeah.
Like I know next week, okay, they'll probably do the usual Wednesday workout, Thursday, Friday, sorry, weigh in and all that stuff. But I want to know. I want to see the road to whatever, the 24 hours. I want to see. Like this is a world title fight.
2 Olympians here.
Exactly.
This could have been built up so amazingly. It's just been
Yeah.
lackluster. It's been really poor.
Yeah.
And it just shows to me again, even at these big pay-per-view events, how much Matchroom have let they've taken their eye off the ball here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think because there's a lot of stuff going on with AJ that they've just sort of they haven't concentrated on.
But that's what I'm saying. Like we just literally just said, surely you want to sweep the AJ shit out the window or underneath the carpet or whatever the fucking saying is, and
Sweep it out the window. What the fucking house do you live in?
I used to live,
He's got
flats.
a broom on the window ledge.
High-rise flat. So
Those poor people that were just walking by David's house.
old school, yeah, the old
Sweeping
toilet
together.
water went out the window as well. My head's up. Yeah, but like just throw loads of boxing shit. Throw a few Lomachenko fights on. Let's build him up over here again. Throw in the Linares Campbell fight. Let's see, this guy done well. Let's build this fight up because you don't sell tickets out in 2 days and not have anything else to back it up.
How much of a chance has Campbell got?
I like Campbell. I really do. I think he's only getting better.
Is he?
I genuinely, I thought he was done really well against Linares, and I thought the knockdown was just a blemish.
And
that
I'll
was a
give you
Linares. That was a Linares.
At peak.
A good Linares.
What?
I genuinely think that was a good Linares.
Okay, right. It wasn't a bad Linares. I'll give you that.
But that's when Linares was at his best, though. Really, after that, he just depends.
Yeah, Lomachenko after.
Well, I was gonna say, let's also just remember that Lomachenko, he got put down, but he took him apart.
Yeah. But
it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Campbell boxed at his peak.
Yeah.
And had a life or death hit.
No, I don't think he did. I don't think he did box at his peak. I genuinely did. I think he boxed well, and I think the knockdown killed him. Like, as in momentum, it takes it away. You're a couple of rounds down now, and all of that. But
Campbell had a lot of stuff going on as well at the time. I'm not saying it's I'm not saying it's an excuse.
No, I get that.
True.
I think when people think he's getting better progressively, like, obviously the more he boxes, there are improvements. But I think people get very into the impression that he's a young guy as well.
No, he's
not. He's in his 30s. He's not a young, especially at the
baby
weight he's at.
face.
Yeah. I don't think we're still seeing much by way of progression and improvement.
I don't think he's as far behind as a lot of people think. I think this could be like a. I'm not saying he's going out there and he's going to blitz Lomachenko, but I think this could be a career-defining performance.
Okay, right. So
I think he'll
on that,
do,
right? If he has a career-defining performance, and even if win or lose, whatever. What year was the Olympics that he was in? 2012.
He was
in
London.
So we are now at the back end of 2019. So we're 7 years in. Is that a successful 7 years? If we were to look at Luke Campbell now,
but this is his second world title fight.
I'm not trying to pick apart what his record or anything at the minute. But if you were to look at someone who's been a pro for 7 years, coming out the back of a very successful Olympics, is he a success at the moment? Because if he loses to Lomachenko, which I believe firmly he will do, and he will do handily,
I don't know. I think
he hasn't reached his full potential.
He hasn't reached his full potential. No, he's had periods out of boxing for whatever reasons, and fair play to him. He's come back. Do I think it's? Yeah, it probably is. It is a bit of a waste. Do you think 7 years?
I would say it's a waste.
Not a waste, but 7 years. He could have already been a world champion.
So he's 22 fights in.
Yeah.
He's 31. Who is his best win?
I'm not going to know the Campbell resume, to be honest.
I'm being honest with you here. Looking through it now, we're probably saying maybe Mendy. But after that, what? Derry Matthews?
Yeah. But then he wiped the floor with Derry Matthews.
Yeah.
He's obviously better than that level.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. At this point, I'm looking at his record. If we work our way backwards here, I'm not going to go through the whole career, but Adrian Young, Ivan Mendy, Troy James, Linares, which he lost, Dareles Perez, Yario.
But Perez was another one people were shouting about.
Yeah, in fairness, he had a good career. He was 33-2, so he's not terrible. And that was he won that by a knockout. But it's over 2 years ago as well.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it's been a bit of a slow burner for him, considering this is his second world title fight, isn't it? But it's at those weights, isn't it? I think that they're not that entertaining. Like I said, I've had that conversation where it's only the elite fighters that you find you want to watch. You don't really care about him fighting Derry Matthews unless you're unless you got the UK perspective of it.
Yeah.
Once you get past that, you go on to your Perez's and your Mendy's. That's where it starts getting interesting. But yeah, I agree. I think it is a bit of a not a wasted career, but he could have
achieved more.
He could have achieved more by now.
I'm going to say I would love him to win because he comes across as a great guy. He's obviously a great ambassador for the sport as well. But you watch this and you go, the same as the Yarde thing. What the hell have we ever seen to make us think that he beats arguably the greatest boxer on the planet right now.
Yeah.
No, I think it's gonna be a shutout from this. I think he's gonna put up a better fight than Crawler did, but that way. But yeah, I'm excited to see it though, because like he can
He's got
box.
potential.
He
He's
can
got-
box.
he's
He
got
can box.
speed.
Yeah.
He has got speed. He's got the size difference, right?
Yeah.
He's got speed. He has got power at that level.
Yeah.
He's, you know, I just
Apart from
I don't know, I think
Linares.
it's because I like him as, like you say, as such a nice guy, such a, like a down to a people's person. The fact that his career's gone on, he's done well against Linares. You know, it was a bit of a blip, which I thought lost in the fight. He's gradually, for me, he's got better through the last 2-3 years. I genuinely think he's gotten better and better. Why not? It's boxing at the end of the day. Like Lomachenko's lost. It's his second or third fight, but
Is this a tougher fight for Lomachenko as Linares was?
possibly just because of the attributes that Campbell has. Campbell's quick. Linares is quick.
I'd actually say because I think that Linares has been declining for me personally for a couple of years, and Campbell has, to some extent, been getting better over this time. So you should hopefully be seeing you want to catch him at the right time, but it's the wrong scale because Lomachenko's not going anywhere. We're grading it by Linares, which is irrelevant because he battered Linares.
Yeah, you finished him off.
Yeah, Linares had the thing is though, Linares had his moments in that fight, and
of course
he did have his moments. They were very few, but he had his moments. So you would hope Luke Campbell has his moments and puts up a good fight, makes an entertaining fight as well. It's not a shutout. That's what you would hope.
I genuinely, I'm agreeing with you. I think Lomachenko beats him, but I genuinely think this could be a statement from Campbell. Like Linares was a good fight, and I think he was unlucky. Certain things didn't go his way. Lomachenko, I think if he puts in a performance, he's got every chance, but he needs to put in a performance. Like he can't have a Linares night. He needs to be on point, start to finish.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to be extremely hard to do because Lomachenko is Lomachenko. Let's be honest. This geezer's just matrix shit. So Lomachenko to win, but I really, really think Campbell could push him.
I'm going Loma in 6.
Okay.
I'm trying to think a bit different rather than just go to the end.
I think Loma points.
Yeah, I think Loma points.
So
I don't want it to though. I really want Campbell to win. I'll be buzzing if I'm there and I see.
I want this to go 12
the
rounds.
greatest.
Let's be honest. I want this to go 12 rounds.
Yeah.
I'll be fuming if the fight stopped early. I want to see Lomachenko for 12 rounds.
You want to? I've paid my money.
Yeah.
You're not going to come back here again. I want to see this.
Yeah.
I want to see a masterclass.
I want to see you. I want to see you come out and fight someone else as well afterwards.
Who have we got at lightweight that you would ever see him back again?
Well, Luke Campbell is the number 1 lightweight.
Yeah,
so we can have a look.
Like he's not. Do you know what I mean?
Let's have a look.
It's one of them ones. Was like, who am I more?
Oh, right. So number 2 is Lee Selby. Number 3, Anthony Crolla. Do we need to keep going?
Yeah, not really.
Ricky Burns,
Good, man.
James
Still
Tennyson, Tommy Coyle.
Good man, we should stop, man.
That's what I'm
Yeah, so
saying,
we
like,
are never seeing him back here again.
Exactly. Unless it's like moves up 3 or 4 weights.
Do you know what though? Boy Jones Jr. is down at 20, so maybe at some point in the future, like way in the future, again, we're talking about, if you catch people at the right time and you're on the way up.
Lomachenko does, like you said,
Dwight's having a bit of a giggle in the corner.
It's a silent giggle, mate. He wasn't out. Don't have to out me, mate.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Their shoulders were shut in.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, I mean, like I said, for me, I can't see why anyone would think anything different. The same as the Yarde fight, but it'll be fun
I'd like,
while it lasts.
I'm buzzing. I'm there.
I just say for you boys that are going, I hope there's a good float fight. I do.
Well, we know we're getting 12 rounds out of Perfecting Fury, so we get semi.
I don't know about that.
I'm gonna concentrate all my drinking time on that. Those top rounds.
That half hour is gonna be
I'm
smashed.
literally, everyone's gonna be like, are you drinking? I'm gonna be like,
No.
nope. I drink water. I've
Probably
been to
when
that point, mate. I'm just gonna drink throughout the whole little
Probably
period.
when the
and
bar
that's
is
it.
going to be the busiest.
Yeah, it will be.
We had another question in from @Kobe Vickers, and it's I can't bloody read. Okay, right, here we go. Which would be the biggest upset? Campbell beating Loma
Yeah.
or Yarde beating Kovalev?
Yeah. Campbell.
Really?
Yeah.
Only because, like you said earlier, we thought Kovalev.
You fucked the whole thing, Dave.
Kovalev and
we thought
and Yarde.
Kovalev was on his decline.
Kovalev and
Three
Yarde are
fights
close
ago.
together. The abilities are they're closer together than Campbell and Lomachenko. Lomachenko to Campbell, I think, is a lot further apart.
This probably goes the exact opposite to what I just said, right? But we're talking about an Olympic gold medalist here, and I hate to be the poster, fucking the bullet points for the Yarde poster here, but what was it like? 13 amateur fights. It's like
but like
20 fights in now.
There's times to fight people. And
But Kovalev has not shown you that it's his time to fight him.
No, but we were saying, like we said, the Ward fight. We were all pretty much saying, right, yeah, it's probably time for him to finish.
No, I wasn't.
You know, well, I know you wouldn't be, but
I was like, fuck Ward, man.
That's a cheap shot. But we were discussing it, and we were saying that is it time for him to finish? Like, you know, what else is there for him to do? And then it was the Pereira fight where he's come back, and it's like, wow, okay, maybe he has to work. You know, he's only gotten older. And he's what, 36?
36.
36. Yep. You know, that's sort of like the twilight zone for a lot of boxers.
But his last performance could tell you that he ain't done.
But was it his last performance, or was it Thingy being bad? Like that.
Who, Alvarez?
Alvarez is a decent fighter, though. He's not.
Yeah, no, he's a good fighter, but it's one of those.
Alvarez has done more than what
for me.
Yarde's
We're
done.
not talking about Lomachenko.
Way more.
Exactly. So he's
No, do
been
you know
at
what I mean?
that level for a long time.
We've never, not once have I ever, that I can remember, talked about Lomachenko getting worse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now
So
the levels are.
yeah, for me, if Campbell was to beat Lomachenko, I think that would be the bigger one, because Lomachenko is pretty much prime. Like he does, I don't think he gets worse for another how long. Whereas Kovalev, we've already discussed him being on the decline. So yeah, I think both of them are big upsets. But out of the two, Campbell, for me,
Yarde, purely based on the lack of experience that you would perceive that he has. Obviously Campbell being a world class amateur travelling all over the world and what he should have a wealth of experience. So you can't recreate fighting like in that sort of situation. But
if you think about
but I can see where you're coming from.
He's had less than 40 fights. And again, against Giza, he's probably had 150 amateur fights.
Yeah.
Then fine. It does put scales to it, but yeah, I just think timing wise.
Timing is everything.
Timing is, yeah. So I'm sticking with Campbell.
Right?
Yeah, I'm sticking with Campbell. I just think there's more of a golfing class between Lomachenko and Campbell than there is with Ward and Yarde. I'll say Yarde and Kovalev. I think Yarde's closer to it. I don't think he's ready for it, but I think he's closer to it.
Okay. Like I said, I disagree, but I can completely understand why you guys say it. I respect your right to be wrong, put it that way.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers,
I'm going to put money on both of them losing at the weekend as a little accumulator, because I'm Mr. British Cheerful here.
Yeah. Which is good for us, because most times he backs a fighter, they lose anyway. So
here we go.
Or so if he backs them to lose, they'll probably.
It's not a joke now. Like
Yarde and Campbell double. Wow.
like Dino, who comes in with us sometimes, Dean Richardson, he's got his Southern Area fight coming up, and I messaged him and said good luck, and he was like, "I'll come in." I said, "No, I'll talk to you afterwards."
Yeah.
I need to.
Stop.
I'm not
bringing
speaking.
these people in.
Listen, I like Dino. He lives down the road from us here.
Yeah.
He's a
Come in
good
with the
guy.
belt.
He comes
Come in
in.
with the
Yeah,
belt.
just come in afterwards. We'll have a chat.
Yeah.
I'll make you a cup of tea because you won't be in camp. You can have some sugar in it,
Yeah.
and tell us all about it. But I'm not going to speak to you until this is done.
Yeah.
And until we break this
two for
voodoo,
two, aren't we?
way more than 2 for 2.
Mate,
Anybody I go and speak to,
we are 2 for 2.
gets work.
You are.
I'm like 10 for 10 right now.
What is it called? A hex.
I'm a hex.
He's a hex.
Yeah.
You're Drake.
Listen.
Getting close to it.
Yeah.
Boy.
It's not a joke, man. Like, I've taken successful guys like Leon Woodstock. He was flying high, and then one chat with me. Nope.
Who lost on the road?
Nope. So now let's just stop this. We'll let Dino have his fight at York Hall, get his belt, come in and show me the belt afterwards. We'll do it like a Ruiz thing, and then I can hold it and be happy. But before that, just drop me out.
Yeah.
I think even Sean messaged him. He was like, if Michael brings you, just ignore it.
Ignore him.
Just don't answer the phone.
Just tell him no.
But I messaged him. I said, yeah, don't come and see us.
Fair play.
Just talk to us afterwards.
Good man.
I said, I'll invite your opponent in.
Yeah.
Come in, come and have a word. We're big fans.
Yeah. Can't wait for you to win. Oh, knockout, shame.
Yeah. No. Right, part 2. We've got listener purges now. That's it's a thing.
Yeah, we've got people that
like other people want to clear up the sport. It's mad.
We're not on our own.
I know. I think, but do you know what that means? It means that we have to run the jingle again. You know that though, don't you?
I love the fact we got a jingle.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be more jingles coming. Don't you worry about that.
Boom.
This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. The following is a broadcast announcement. Authorized by Team BTR. Boxing can be dirty and corrupt. We are here to cleanse it. This is the Purge.
And we're back. And do you know what? We got our first listener purge. And it's from a good friend of the show. This is from Riku. He's on Twitter as @lead_right. And he's going to purge.
Shouts out to the BTR boys. I'm currently sat in a hotel in Stockholm thinking about the numerous things I want to purge boxing from. I think the main thing for me is the numerous Twitter accountants and contract lawyers that popped up over the last few years, basing clauses and reported purses on Eddie Hearn quotes from RFL interviews or something they've read on Twitter. No one's seen the in and outs of contracts, no one knows the clauses, no one knows the pay-per-view numbers upside unless you work a network or you work in the actual promotional stable. We've particularly seen this during the Ruiz-Joshua 2 negotiations where everybody's passing their opinions on what the obligations for Ruiz are, the legal matters that only the lawyers have seen. Just get the fuck out of here. I mean, these people are fucking clowns. Peace out. Cheers.
Shout out to Riku. Do you know, I love that clowns is becoming the boxing term to just shut people up now. You're just a clown.
No,
I'm with him.
I'm with him. I agree with that.
It's true, man. Who's seen this information?
That's what I mean. If you're a fan and you get your information from IFL and Twitter, and you're talking about contract clauses, purse splits, venue logo, fuck off.
Yeah.
You have no idea. The same as the rest of us. Like I said, unless you work in the camp, as he said, or you're part of the network, you do not know any more than anyone else.
No, that is spot on, mate. That is spot on. It's become such a focus recently, isn't it? It's just like,
and again, it's the matchroom narrative where it started coming up when we were talking about, not necessarily us, But when it was Joshua fighting, well, you've only got one belt. Why should you get 50% of this? He's got 3 belts. He should get. And it's like, whoa. What are you even talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
As a fan, why do you care what split someone's getting?
Yeah.
You want the fight.
All you should care about is your £25, whatever it is, you're going to end up paying pay-per-view.
Yeah. An opinion's an opinion and everything, and I get that, but just fuck off. Let them fight. Let them sort that out. Why is it anyone's business who's getting paid what?
And I think the thing about all this stuff, it's sort of like it puts people's ideas across like that. Oh, well, he can't be ducking the fight because he wants more. He's only going to give this guy a certain percentage. So Wilder must be ducking the fight because he wants more.
Yeah.
It gives the idea across to people like, oh no, it protects AJ a little bit in that sense, you know. When these things have happened, like, you know, I just think
it's an excuse, isn't it?
It's an excuse.
This has been the ultimate blocker for
everyone.
Like, for instance, Brooke and Khan.
Yeah. Money.
So, but between them and their promotional teams, fine, argue what you want. I get that. But when I'm seeing people debating on Twitter,
he can't possibly want 40%.
He wants this. He won't give him that.
He ain't done nothing for 5 years.
We don't know anything.
Exactly.
Yeah. And we don't know what people bring to the table.
You're hearing shit.
No matter what you think you know, you don't know.
No, 100%. So, and the one that I like is quoting numbers. Yeah. What numbers are you? How?
But Joshua did 4 million pay-per-views. Why? Because Eddie Hearn said he did.
Yeah. Oh, okay, shit. Then I believe Eddie. Eddie's the man.
I'd say 1 million people streamed it illegally.
Yeah.
That's a number I get for a fact. It was on the BBC. Not that we trust them massively, but so I mean, we're all at the point now where, do you know when you have people with a little bit of information? You could probably class us as this as well. A little bit of information is a dangerous thing because you suddenly feel like you're quite empowered.
Yeah, 100%.
And I feel like that's a problem. Like you watch IFL interviews, and Eddie Hearn says something, and you think you picked something up that no one else has really noticed, and suddenly you're like, oh, all right, well, yeah. So I just start slipping this shit into conversation, and trying to elevate my status because I know something, and it's nonsense. Like, everybody is just talking shit. No one knows anything more than everyone else is told.
Exactly.
And then even what you've been told is not necessarily what's happening.
Yeah. If it was all open and everyone could see like how certain things are in other categories. Like
in not that they get paid the most, but in UFC, they put out exactly what everyone's purses are. You see what people are.
They tell you who's won this on that night. They tell you what the numbers.
This is what these are the people on the card, and this is what they're taking home today. Bang, 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 bang.
They did like literally. I have literally seen an interview with Dana White the next day, and he's saying, right, we got 600,000 pay-per-view buys last night. We're still calculating the ones from overseas, and you're like, fair play. Like we had a special little insert when we had Adam from Haymakers and he would literally email us and said, oh yeah, they got 200,000 for this, they got 400,000 for that, and it's like, that's pretty cool. Like, but that's coming from someone that's in the camp.
It's someone who's in the know, someone who is there.
And it's like, well, that was a big fight, and we're knowing numbers were good. Like, fair play. If we tally them all up, they'd be like buzzing. But for these guys who just like the man said, who literally are reading it off of something else and coming out and arguing, oh yeah, he can't be worth this much. Who says? You ain't. Yeah. I would definitely purge that.
It's a big problem, man. It's going to get worse. That's the worst thing.
But that's social media. That is social media. Everyone has an in for a conversation now. Yeah. And that's it.
So yeah, shouts out to Riku. That's at lead_right. Check him out. He's a very brilliant writer as well. He works. I don't know if he's exclusive, but he does a lot of work for Boxing Social. So yeah, check out his work. And I'm sure I'll be hitting him up for some more. If we ever get a couple of weeks on, we haven't had any in. We've got a bit of a back catalogue now because when I put out the tweet to ask for it, there were quite a few that came in. And it occurred to me that I put it out and then we're having a break. So hopefully when we come back, those purges are still valid.
Yeah.
It's
maybe just put an episode out with just pure purges.
Other people's purges.
Oh.
This is not the BTR view.
Yeah, we're not in this street.
This is your views. Why not? I like that. That's actually a good idea.
We're not there for a couple of weeks, so
Yeah,
We'll
next
put it on
week. you
BTR
just have-
radio, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, we've got 10 minutes to go.
Ooh. Final countdown.
That's where you went. I thought you were going to go like some So Solid or something, but no, you went.
That's 21. I've got to wait for the last 21 seconds.
Mm.
Oh, shit. I ain't going to say shit. I'm just going to say 21 seconds.
I don't know where this has gone now.
I don't know.
Black Mamba.
He had to throw it in there somewhere, didn't he?
He's throwing it in there, but people that are listening have got
Out of context.
no context at all.
Yeah, good.
So that's
Left. Moving on. Swiftly. Cha-cha.
Oh, swiftly. Right, so, Liam Smith's fighting this weekend.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Random.
So, I'm just, like I said, you got these things, right? So, he's left Frank Warren
And fight.
to go and fight with Matchroom where his brothers are, who don't fight anymore. And now he's ended up fighting in Mexico on an undercard because his European title fight's fallen through. So, when I say to you, Matchroom are taking their eye off the ball here, why can't Liam fight Kell Brook?
Yeah.
What is Kell Brook doing?
Yeah.
Unless you're not been trying to have a go at him.
No.
How many Matchroom fighters are there now
Yeah.
that are probably sitting by their phone going, he'll ring in a minute.
Yeah.
He'll ring in a bit. But I'm telling you now, at the moment, there's just AJ and Dave Allen. They're the only people that he phones.
Busy and pricey.
Price, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
No,
an easy
I
sell.
100% agree. Like, what the fuck is that doing for you? Like, you're not going to gain Mexican fans. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're going to
You're
be
saying
like,
that, but he'll be on the Ruiz undercard now. And he'll come out with like Joe Joyce with a Mexican
Sombrero.
and a bandana.
a little mariachi band behind him. Yeah, random. Just that's all I can say about that. It's just random.
I just feel like there's so many people now. We were talking for so long years ago about how British boxing was booming and it's back and it's at the best it's ever been.
Yeah.
If you look at it objectively now, without your British boxing fan eyes on, or blinkers on him, it's pretty rubbish.
We're in trouble.
We are.
Well, you remember, like, what was it maybe 3-4 years ago? Out of however many.
Didn't we have like 17 champions or something like that?
Yeah, it was ridiculous, and it was something to be proud about.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you how many world champions we've got now. Like, I would put a guess at it. We've got less than 10 easily.
Yeah.
AJ took 4 of them, or 3 of them.
They're gone.
So I mean, that's like, oh shit. Mate, I couldn't even. At the moment, I couldn't even tell you 5. Edwards, Smith,
Well, it's a good thing I didn't really
Billy Joe.
like Purge Box Rec because I can check. But again, like I said, my Purge for Box Rec was not so much actually Box Rec because I love Box Rec. I use it all the time.
Yeah, it's a good go-to.
What I hate is the fact that there's no surprise anymore. Like if someone's fighting someone, I don't want to go and just check. Oh yeah, he's shit.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get in the ring and be like, oh, he's all right.
Yeah. Oh no, he is shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, it's like the whole Tyson and Wilder thing. Tyson got away with it because no one knew,
Really?
he was fighting was probably terrible.
Yeah.
But Wilder, we're like 40 fights. Who have you fought? Let me look at your record. You ain't fought anyone.
Yeah,
And that's unfortunately
how it is.
exactly how it is. I can never find us. Oh, there we go. United Kingdom. Okay. Go.
Go on. We looking at
So I'm just looking at all of our guys, right? So yeah, we've got Callum Smith,
1. Billy
Chris
Joe.
Eubank Jr.
Oh, he's a world champions.
Yeah, we're not are we counting that?
IBO, yeah.
We count it on BoxRec's algorithm as well. Chris Eubank Jr. is the number 2 British fighter, above Anthony Joshua.
That's why
Cam
box.
Smith's obviously number 1.
That's
Yeah.
that's why box got purged, mate.
I'm just throwing it out there. And if we're just looking at it, it makes sense that they're both 29. Junior's got 28 wins, 2 losses, and
Let's
Josh,
move on from that.
Josh,
man.
all right,
Let's
all
move
right,
on from that,
let's
mate.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've got Josh Taylor, Josh Warrington, and Billy Joe Saunders.
Yeah.
That's it.
So 5.
Oh, did we say Charlie Edwards?
Yeah.
So we got like 6 at the minute.
6.
So it's not bad when you think of the amount of people that live in this country.
Oh, we're going back
The
to
size of the island.
Oh wow!
And the net spend and all.
Shut up.
17 to 6.
Or however many it was, I can't remember.
Come on.
But even in terms of like boxing, we're not packing out these stadiums as much as we were anymore. It feels like the bubble hasn't burst. It's more like it was a hot air balloon, and it's on its way down slowly.
It's
now.
running out of. It's literally just got the last puff of.
There's a couple of little puffs left in it for some big nights.
Yep.
But it's gonna land somewhere soon, isn't it? In someone's garden.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be pissed off. Be like, oh,
smashed against their
fence.
fence.
It just deflates all over the estate or neighbourhood.
But I feel that's where we're at. Like I said, it's been quite telling. I feel like over the last few weeks we've had because it's closed season. There's not been a massive amount of boxing to talk about. I've enjoyed the last couple of weeks probably more than I have for ages. Sitting there shooting the shit about stuff that's happening.
Controversy.
Yeah, outside of the ring.
Exactly.
And
it's annoying though.
Yeah, it's maybe not the best sign, but it is what it is. It gets me through.
Can't wait to argue about this shit.
Yeah.
Can't even argue about how good this fella is.
Yeah.
Because he ain't fought in 6 weeks. Oh, sorry, 6
weeks. Jesus.
6
months.
years. 6 months.
I was gonna say you've gone back to the 90s, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, prize fighter, all of it now. Yeah, it's sad, really. Dominating and then not just barely getting through, really, innit? Yeah.
I said it before. Tyson Fury nailed it when he said that, I can't remember who was doing the interview. I think it was probably Coogan, and he said that there are world champions, and then he said what he called them, and there's a lot of British world champions. You know, guys, they've got a world title belt, but they're nowhere near the top people in their division.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's well managed. Like we've only got a couple of minutes left, but you can see Anthony Yarde in the situation. That's possibly if he wins at the weekend. Suddenly you look at the other championship belt holders and you think, fuck that, mate. Like, maybe drop back to British and go and defend that a couple of times. Or,
Jose Burton gets a world title shot against Yarde. Buglioni comes out of retirement and gets the
Right. Any other business? If you can wrap it up in 120 seconds.
Nope. Not for me.
No. The hiatus. We got what? This weekend was Yarde.
The
second
Yarde,
week
and then the second week Campbell. But we are going to be. I don't even know how long we're going to be away for. I'm on holiday for 2 weeks. When I get back, I think Dave's on holiday for 2 weeks. But in fairness, we can come back and carry on because Dave doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that's very true.
The only reason we're really having a break is because
you're away.
I'm away.
And if you didn't know, Mike's the tech guy.
The tech head.
Yes, some would say.
Yeah, okay. Right, so we'll be back in a few weeks. I hope you enjoy your close season. If you're going to Lomachenko Campbell,
look out for Dwight. He'll probably be ripping a boxer's arm off as he says hello to them.
You might see another podcast person there. You never know.
Yeah, well, shit has been said, eh?
Shit's being said.
Shots fired.
What was that noise? Was that shots?
Clearing the throat.
I don't know what's happened here again. Right, but we will wrap up there, and we will see you in a few weeks. But if you see the boys at the show, come up and say hello. They'll be in their BTR gear. Won't you?
Probably. Maybe.
Representing the brand.
Wear from a new t-shirt.
Right, anyway. We are off. We'll see you in a few weeks. See you then. Peace.